This video will cover 4 different approaches to learning. The first 2 are behavioral approaches. Behavioral approaches emphasize connecting experiences with behavior. The first approach is classical conditioning. Classical conditioning is learning to connect seemingly unrelated stimuli. Something neutral becomes connected with something meaningful. Take Pavlov's dogs, for example. Every time Ivan Pavlov fed his dogs, he would ring a bell. Eventually, the dogs came to associate the bell with food. How can you use this in the classroom? Say, for example, you play a song at the end of every day. Eventually, your students will understand that when they hear that song, it's time to pack up their things. The next approach is operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is the application of consequences to behavior. The goal is to either decrease or increase the likelihood that behavior will occur. Reinforcement is used when you want to see more of a certain behavior. For example, you may praise a student for sitting quietly in their seat. This is positive reinforcement. You'll stop pestering a student about missing assignments when they turn them in. This is negative reinforcement. Punishment is used when you want a behavior to decrease. You may, for example, make a student sit inside for recess, or make them clean up a mess they made. The next 2 approaches are social cognitive. The first social cognitive approach is observational learning. Observational learning is, well, it's in the name, learning by observing others. There are 4 key processes to observational learning. First, students must pay attention to the person they are observing. Some models are more likely to catch students' attention than others. In order to reproduce a model's actions, they must then remember what the model did. For younger students, fun, colorful characters might make actions easier to remember. They then must be able to reproduce what the model did. Differences in their motor ability may impact how well they can do this. Finally, they have to be motivated to recreate the model's actions. If they see the model being rewarded for the action, they may be more likely to recreate it. Likewise, they will be less likely to recreate it if they see the model being punished. The last approach we will be discussing is self-regulatory learning. Self-regulatory learning is the self-monitoring of behavior to achieve a goal. Self-regulatory learners are able to set goals, manage their emotions, monitor their own progress, revise any strategies that aren't quite working, and adapt to any obstacles that might come up.